All right, welcome to today's webinar, everybody. We're going to do something a little bit different here today. Going to give you guys a little bit of a history lesson about ONPASSIVE, and we're going to go through things here and make sure that everything's working properly. All right, here we go.
The new Go Founders video that we just put out and let you know that's the one that I was talking about, or at least alluding to when we were on the last webinar. And it's all about Go Founders, kind of an A to Z, gives you some history and lets you know what you can look forward to. So I hope you enjoy it. Hello again. I am coming to you on this beautiful sunshiny day, hoping that all of you are great and glorious in everything that you're doing. My name is Jeffrey, and this video is all about Go Founders. It talks about the evolutionary journey of Go Founders as a whole, and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy it. As I'm sure that you're all well aware, Go Founders, which emerged as a first concept initiative from the Ash Mufareh Brain Trust, has been building its presence primarily through the efforts of its founders and a lot of behind-the-scenes assistance from its creators. By design, though, there's not a lot of publicly available information, but we're hardly a secret. We're just new. We're a revolutionary information technology company with lots of intellectual property and proprietary tech that's going to produce seismic digital activity around the globe, so we have a lot of good reasons to keep quiet until the time is right. However, truth be told, even after we do go public, we're still going to keep things very close to the vest, so to speak. So how many of us actually understand what Go Founders is anyway? Well, in plain speak, Go Founders is a marketing conduit. It's a platform created as a part of a new business model. This new business model is based on cooperative efforts of members and for their mutual benefit. But, as good as that sounds, it's a lot more than that. Because through Go Founders, millions of customers, the business owners, fledgling entrepreneurs, especially the raw end users, can obtain life-changing products, tools, and services. And these tools, which can ensure their success, are powerful enough to create positive global economic change. They will disrupt current economic trends and allow millions to get past their current circumstances through a powerful and sustainable marketing platform. However, we didn't start out with such a high-powered undertaking in mind. Originally, the plan was to build a community of like-minded people that would help build a business cooperatively as partners, and to make sure that it was mutually beneficial to everybody in that particular business. Go Founders is that community. That dream got us going and put us on a paradigm-shifting path about 18 months ago. That path turned into a road, and that road turned out to be a little bit bumpy, and we found a fork in it to take more than once, but overall it's been an incredibly good adventure. During our first year, we followed the original idea of becoming a network marketing platform. We figured we could probably carve out a niche from an online marketing space of about 200 to 300 million people. Not too shabby, right? Well, the original concept had a creation window of about 60 to 90 days. It had a budget of about $100,000, and we thought we could serve a very practical estimate of about 3 to 20 million users within a 2 to 3 year time frame. It wasn't a robust plan, and it didn't include any large technological components initially. However, somewhere toward the end of 2018, we experienced a gain in membership that was quicker than expected. Moving into 2019, when the foundership went past the 8,000 mark, and easily went into double digits by mid-January 2019, the budget had to be reevaluated and increased substantially to take advantage of the newfound momentum. It was that momentum that gave us the confidence to take on a greater vision by adding a large variety of newer elements to form a complete suite of products. So plans changed and the budgets increased. This was during the first quarter of 2019. In essence, that's when we made the transition from a standard marketing place into a business sector that deals with computing, including software, telecommunications, and generally anything involved with the transmitting information or the systems that help with communication. In short, We're an information technology company with a massive marketing platform. By the end of the first quarter in 2019, we started developing every product, tool, or service imaginable for online marketing use. Meanwhile, our founder base continued to grow, which by then reached almost 20,000. There were some spectacular ideas birthed during that time, and many are still under development. Some of them were shared privately by our CEO, Mr. Mufara, during a GoFounders webinar that happened the second quarter of the same year. So as the scope of our product base grew, we started increasing its depth by writing our own artificial intelligence technology into the products to streamline the efficiency through automation. All of this was done from scratch. In other words, we've written the code for our products and infused them and the digital workhorse that we call infrastructure with AI tech to enhance its performance and integrate everything seamlessly. As development of the new core digital products emerged, concepts for radical breakthrough technologies also emerged that would serve to push the boundaries of technology and once again shift our own paradigm, this time into the far-reaching possibilities. So, we changed our scope of intention and again beefed up the budget. As we continued to expand in number, we also grew in capability. Most notably, our system was no longer just a group of inanimate components in a business structure. As we transitioned from a product suite to a smart business solution, our SBS, it had full and complete automation. I think this was the third quarter of 2019, and we were approaching a community of founders almost 40,000 strong. Now, it's kind of tough to talk about GoFounders without integrating some of the information about the products. So, getting back on topic, GoFounders was established in 2019 as the first tangible part of the new model. Founders, considered the top 1% of the company, are all members of GoFounders. The platform is used to stay in touch with other founders as well as the company and to invite others to join as founders, among other things. GoFounders was integrated into what is now a single ONPASSIVE database during the first weeks of 2020. There are three main things that are addressed through the GoFounders platform: focus, information, and obviously community. For 100 different reasons, people get distracted. We all know this and we probably accept it as a part of life. But we still need to be able to hold a modicum of focus, quickly get credible information, and as founders, we need to be able to grow and manage teams. For this purpose, GoFounders has a back office complete with its own social media. So our community and anyone with access to that platform can easily minimize distractions while encouraging everybody to positively focus on our vision and contribute to that community. Through GoFounders, we can easily get breaking news on the fly, so to speak, and to mobilize mass communication very quickly. And this is especially useful for keeping communities abreast of the change and to disseminate that information rapidly through team structure throughout the membership. This means the energy of the back office is unsurpassed, as the communication that flows throughout it reflects many levels of creativity, enthusiasm, and professional activity. Even more, because founders are expected and continually encouraged to stay close to their teams, GoFounders is a permanent structure for establishing legacies, an inheritance for our founders. And as we continue to push the tech, we expanded our scope again by developing more high-level IT products that were added to the SBS. And as one might imagine with such an undertaking, our budget went up again. During 2019, we crossed into a different, higher operational level and the budget skyrocketed. Since then, products, programs, and services have been continually developed that have pushed our digital evolution even beyond our own expectations. The result took shape as an online digital marketing ecosystem consisting of interconnected and interacting parts. In short, it consists of a product's core of many dozens of tools and services known as a total internet solution. It's our TIS, and yeah, it's smart. This total internet system, along with its peripherals and digital backbone, combines the four technological pillars of automation, tools, traffic, and residual income. By using strategies that leverage the interrelationship of these elements, the use of search engine optimization, and social media with targeted marketing, we achieve sustainable success for our customers and our business. This means we have everything needed to provide standalones or automatic businesses by any or all of the now 3.5 billion online users. But the pièce de résistance is that our products are complete with near-vector scalability. Being complete just means that everything is included in the low subscription price. For example, if we're talking about offering domain names, then that product's obviously going to include the registered domain name, the VPN, the cPanel, security, hosting, blah, blah, blah. In other words, everything you need to run the domain is included for the one low subscription price. Scalability, on the other hand, refers to the capacity for something to be changed in size or scale. For example, if, and I'm saying if we had a digital conferencing type of platform that would blow Zoom out of the water, our customers would pay the same low subscription price whether they had 200 or 200,000 attendees. This is because our products do not have caps. In other words, they support unlimited use. Incidentally, this unlimited theme runs through everything that we have. So if you're tired of getting a product and then having to spend small fortune trying to make it work for you or paying extra so that you can use it, then join us. I mean, hey, I'm just saying, science alone tells us we could well become the biggest company in the world. I don't mean the biggest internet company, I mean the biggest company in the world, period. This is simply because everyone that turns on a PC or a mobile device is going to have some reason to connect with us for help with their business. And everything in this phenomenal TIS makes its way to our customers through our founders and the GoFounders platform. During the third quarter of 2019, our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, said the following, and I quote, "We are starting much stronger than other companies like Google, etc. Our staff has come from companies like JP Morgan, Apple, Wells Fargo, etc. Like Google at its beginning, ONPASSIVE is a movement, and we too will become a global leader. In this way, we will be way above the crowd," unquote. So, like I said before, GoFounders is a platform created as a marketing conduit. It's a way to participate, if you will, in raising the human condition through a new business model based on cooperation and mutual benefit that offers the masses a total internet solution for their business needs. To put a little skin on that, let me again quote something from Mr. Mufareh. So I quote, "If you can lift up the millions in humanity in any way and leave that legacy, what better? What an honor to be able to serve and do it," unquote. That was from February of this year. To date, GoFounders has been revised more than once and undergone quite a few upgrades as well, so that it could become the sophisticated platform that houses a wide variety of tools used by a vibrant community of founders. The list of tools available in the back office of GoFounders currently include the following. There's a dashboard. It's a user interface that shows the easily accessible popular tools, plus the 6 ONPASSIVE social media sites. There's an updates place. That's where you can get updates for the founders to review. There's an inbox, which is a email account used to communicate between founders and staff. And there's obviously the community, so there's an internal social media platform for the founders. There's a leadership council tab, and that's where posts from a 6-member team can be viewed by anybody with access there. The webinars, that's a place where you can go and you can attend live webinars, you can learn about pending webinars, and view recorded webinars. There's a My Links button that has an extensive list of personal invite links, standard invitational links, webinar links, presentation links, and on ONPASSIVE.com links. There's about 125 of those total, and each of them are individually coded to the founder. Also included in there is a trim URL tool that trims and tracks the links that we all send. There's a download section. That's where you can download marketing videos, posters, graphics, etc., things like that. They're all available for download. There's a My Invitation section, that's where you can keep track of the personal invitations that you've sent. There's a My Invitees, and that section is to track those who have actually requested the invitation. There's a My Team section that currently lists members of your team and associated data. There's a team summary, and that section shows team members and their team data. There's a leaderboard live section that shows the top 100 founders based on personal recruiting efforts. Marketing campaign section, that's where you can view the marketing campaign details. There's testimonials, which are written testimonials from the founders. There's FAQs, which obviously provide previously asked and answered questions. And there's also a Connect section that provides contact information for various ONPASSIVE offices. So I'm saying with complete confidence, because of what we've already accomplished, we absolutely know there's a lot of demand for what we have. We're already talking with companies just waiting for us to open for business so they can offer their membership, which represents millions, the chance to join with us. Again, I'm going to quote Mr. Ash Mufareh here by saying, everybody in the near future will have something to use with ONPASSIVE, whether they come for the money or one of the tools or one of the benefits or to connect or for communications reasons, they have a reason to come to us. And that was a quote from Ash in 2020, the month of January. So we're getting bigger and better and more popular every day. And I don't just mean the massive membership. Doctors know doctors, right? Plumbers know plumbers. Tech heads know tech heads. This is to say that leaders in the industry already know who we are and how we operate. Think about it. We have been publicly visible for about a year and a half and have built phenomenal momentum in the last 12 months. Those operating in the IT space have already seen the class and style of our work. They already know the kind of tech company we are. And as a result, companies and individuals are contacting us with ideas and offers of collaboration. So it makes no difference if the need is in a technology sector or homeschooling or mega churches or communication, governments or cosmetics, health or blogging. Every one of the 3.5 billion internet users can find interest in some or all of what we have to offer, whether it's used digitally or whether it's with a brick and mortar asset. But my guess is that those that are listening that aren't founders, and even some that probably are, probably don't really understand what's so good about the founder deal. Well, the answer is pretty easy. Founders are positioned at the very top of the pay plan. The company is being built for the benefits of these founders. I'm going to quote Mr. Mufareh again here. So I quote, "It's inevitable that everybody will succeed, especially the founder, the early bird founders. It's just a no-brainer for them to secure that digital payment." And this was done by Mr. Mufareh in December of last year, 2019. You see, the customers, the buyers and resellers brought in after we opened to the public, they're placed in the founders' teams. In this way, profits are shared from sales made to and by these customers with the founders that will prove to be extremely worthwhile. Trust me, it's going to be lucrative, especially when we have other founders in our teams. Let me lay out a couple of things and then I'll try to explain this a little better. Firstly, let's be transparent about the cost. The cost of the founder's position is exactly that. It's the price of a position that allows teams and the way to manage those teams. That's all. It does not buy or pay for anything else. It's a highly discounted fee for 1 year founder position that starts the day we go public. Incidentally, the cost is now $97, but that cost is going up. It might happen today, tomorrow, or next week, but very soon, before the campaigns, it's going up substantially. Secondly, a customer is someone in a GoFounders team that purchases products for use in one or more other businesses or resells our products as a business to others as tools for use in one or more other businesses. This is where we get the terms buyer and reseller. Thirdly, founders are allowed to invite others to become founders and join their teams before we launch publicly. With these three things in mind, there are two types of founders: a primary founder and a secondary founder. Primary founders, what we also call early bird founders, and secondary founders will benefit from the results of marketing campaigns executed by the company once we're open to the public by placing customers in the teams. Let's assume, since currently it's unclear what the campaigns are actually going to produce, that a minimum of one customer is placed per month in each founder team. After 3 months, you could reasonably expect to have 3 members in your team generating sales, and each of them represent a stream of income for you. Now, suppose on the other hand that you're a primary founder, you've taken advantage of being able to invite others, and you have one other founder in your team before we go public or we open to the public. Given the same assumptions, in 3 months you would have 3 members in your team and 4 members in your second team consisting of the founder and 3 additional members. This potentially gives you 7 streams of income. So think about this. What happens if you have 10 founders in your team? Well, after 3 months, there's you with 3 members. That's 3 income streams. The 10 founders, which represent 10 more income streams. And then there are 3 members in each of those 10 teams representing an additional 30 income streams. That's 43 income streams. But what happens if you start with more founders? Or what happens if the marketing campaigns add 2, 3, or more customers to each team per month? The results for your prosperity could be absolutely incredible. But hold on, because it does get better. You see, an amazing founder benefit is a set of marketing campaigns that invite more founders to join, right? I mean, you've heard about these. These are going to happen before we go public. This freebie, quote unquote, is critical for anybody that wants to establish quick and massive success as a primary founder. Founders that join from the campaigns are considered secondary founders, simply as a frame of reference. Now, these are founders nonetheless, so they can also have teams. And the secondary founders are going to be placed in the early bird founders teams. This means you could potentially have a team of many already in place before we even open to the public. Can you see the advantage of being a primary founder or even a secondary one? To me, the campaigns are the real wild card in the co-founders deck. But not to worry, that deck, so to speak, has been stacked in our favor, in favor of co-founders. What effect do you think having teams of founders in place before we open to the public is going to have on your future? Think about this, because I believe these campaigns are going to start the first or second week in May. But I have no doubt that the price is going to go up before then. When they start, the campaigns are going to sweep across the globe, blanketing every communication and social media platform on the planet. So when you see the campaigns happening and you're not a founder, then it means that you're already missing out because the early bird founder position is closed. It's finito. It means you've missed the first campaign too. And don't worry, there's still hope. You can become a secondary founder right up until we open publicly. But no matter what you decide, Go Founders is a done deal, and it's a big deal. Obviously, I recommend becoming a founder immediately. Don't wait. Then jump straight into your back office and get some of those recorded webinars, download marketing stuff, even post and communicate with other founders. I mean, get the lay of the land. But lastly, I'd like to ensure that you get an invite if you want one. However, if an existing founder has sent you here or gave you an invitation to join Go Founders and you're following up on that, please get back with that founder, sign up on their team. That would mean a whole lot to them, and more than that, that would mean that your integrity is staying pretty much intact and it's on display, and we'd certainly appreciate that too, because that lets us know you are the kind of leader we want. However, if you're here and you like an invitation, then man, I'd love to have you on my team. So please, click the link below. It's in the description box, and then join. Just go do it. We'll be glad that you did. You'll be glad that you did, and you'll be joining this adventure, and you'll hardly be able to sleep. But
All right, so that was definitely a little bit of history there for um, anybody that hasn't viewed that before. Was doing a little bit of digging into the archives of ONPASSIVE and came along that. Jeffrey Morlock does a really great job. Really proud to know him. Spoken with him personally a couple of times, and he's got a lot of really brilliant videos on his own channel. on YouTube there. Just do a search for Jeffrey Morlock. And again, if anybody is looking to become part of the Go Founders, it is going away. We were just recently told on a webinar that after the launch of OnPassive, during all the marketing campaigns for more founders, as Jeffrey was just explaining, that this option will go away permanently forever. So the advantage to participate with us now before the masses come in could be exponentially in your favor. So anyway, everybody, let's see who's here. We've got Billy and Edward. I'm gonna go ahead and start my video now, and maybe we'll just have a little bit of one-on-one conversation here. We've got about 10 more minutes. So how's everybody doing? Go ahead and unmute.
Hi, hi.
All right. Hello, Edward. Hi, Billy. How are you
Hi,
guys doing today?
doing good.
Excellent. How's the weather down there in the Caribbean with that recent disturbance that came through there, Edward?
Nothing much to shout about. There was a prediction for some rain, but we didn't get anything much today.
That's
Just
fantastic.
nice weather.
Good to hear.
Yep.
You're located in Florida there, Billy? Or what state are you
No,
in?
I'm in Texas.
Texas. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
So
still,
that's
it's still, I haven't received any rain where I am. So here in Houston, we're in Houston, and not yet. So
well, you guys
hopefully
be
later.
safe and buckle down, get sandbags if you need them. If you're planning on just have that route already set up. There's too much living to be happening.
Yeah.
So, Edward, what did you think of the uh, webinar that the founders only had? Were you a participant on there last
Oh,
night?
very exciting.
Yeah, without getting ourselves in trouble too much, we can kind of talk about it a little bit. But
Yeah.
why don't you tell us, maybe just in your own words, what Catmo means and why we're all so excited about it.
Well, well, Catmo is just exciting. It's automation, money, uh, just name it. Anything you want in a successful business, you have it there, and it's all done for you. And you cannot get it better than that.
Complete
So
automated traffic money.
traffic for so something that most people cannot get. And
Targeted traffic too.
even when you get it, sometimes they give you millions of dead leads, and you just get no responses. I've been doing that for 20 years, and same old.
Yeah, what's the definition of that? Don't they call that insanity?
Yeah,
Repeating the same
doing the
thing
same thing and
over and over,
expecting
expecting
different
different
results.
results.
I mean, guys promise you everything, you pay for it, and then nothing comes out of it. And they tell you, well, why not do a rerun? We'll do it free or at a discount. You run it again, same old, same old.
Yeah, I really like Jeffrey's what's the way to put it? Vocabulary that he
Oh, he's good. He's
uses
good. He's
is very astute minded and
he's sharp for his age. He's very sharp.
very, very like a samurai sword.
Oh yes, he cuts on both sides.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but the webinar last night. I mean, you couldn't have asked for more. Ash did not could not say everything, but the tone of his voice could tell you that
Oh,
we
he's
have an
fired up.
we have an avalanche coming.
He's so
Uh,
excited, jumping out of his chair. Yeah,
and
it was
if
amazing.
anybody who doesn't catch that wave, I think has a serious problem. I mean, if you cannot understand that this thing will work, I don't think anything else will convince you. It's that simple.
Well, it's not for us to convince anybody. They just have to open their eyes and smell the coffee as if it were, you know.
Did he
No,
give
that
a
that that's
did
What's
why I
that,
didn't.
Billy?
date? Did he give a date for when the soft launch will start?
You know, it doesn't really matter. I'm under the assumption, due to what we've been told previously, 60 to 90 days from when that soft launch begins is when on passive the company will launch as a whole. So given that time frame, and being that we've already been told that the launch of on passive will happen in 2020, I mean, and the Go founders positions that the pending founders are going away on Sunday, that is pretty exciting news as well. So I'm ready to go. I'm fired, more than fired up.
Yes.
I'm in orbit, and that's where I stay.
Oh yeah, so
Where's Kevin?
Kevin is MIA today. He's experiencing a little bit of difficulty with in his personal life right now,
Oh, okay.
and we support him 100%
Yes.
fully from
oh
our
yes, oh
hearts.
yeah.
And I'm sure he'll be watching this later on and sharing it with all his people. But wow, what a starter he was. Got right out of the gate.
Oh
And
yes.
yeah, he brought in, sorry, my camera's shaking there. The desk was moving. But yeah, so it looks like we've got about 5 more minutes left. Um, Billy, why don't you maybe tell us what Catmo means to you and the ability to share it with others?
Well, complete automotive, that, you know, is right down my alley.
Automation is
Automated,
key.
yeah, automated. Yes, that is something I've been looking for and have not found. So yes, that is awesome to me, just awesome. I tried, you know, actually I tried as hard as I could to work those programs, but it just would not work for me.
That's what they are. They're programs. They're limited to their, I guess if you were to put it into different terms, more techie terms, their software design
Yes,
designed by the engineers for the benefit of the company's bottom line, not us as customers and resellers promoting a company. Without the customers and resellers of any company, there's no company.
True, true.
right.
Why not treat them like royalty, as Mike Ellis says?
Yes.
You know, I'm passive, that will be a reality.
Right, right.
And it's just ironic how so many people come into the internet business and pick up the same habits as everybody else, and that's in there for the dollar for themselves and not thinking about the people that they're trying to get in. And this is this Ashma Forest program is just out of this world. I mean, it's something that has been needed for years in this line of business. So I applaud him.
I 100% agree with you. This is totally grassroots, ground up from the dirt, created into what it's about to be.
Right,
And
right.
this this journey has been absolutely amazing for the past 2+ years that I've been on. Oh, it looks like they gave me another 10 minutes. So I'm not upgrading, but I do have other duties to take care of. But we can still kind of maybe do our last word here for the week. And I would just like to personally call for favor upon everyone in on passive so their lives be filled with abundance and prosperity, and that will be shared for the masses to help all of the entire of humanity. That's my wish for on passive for this week and going forward. Edward,
And
take us out.
I endorse that fully, and I try my best to attend every webinar, whether it's Spanish, French, whatever. Because you whatever one you listen to, you get something maybe you had not heard before, and then it encourages you to go out and help others to understand the concept. And if that is what I can do, my little bit in the corner that I am, then I'll do it. Because the more people who benefit from that on passive program, the better off everybody will be. So it's something where you can give and well, not expect to get per se, but you get back because you give. And I mean, you cannot have it better than that. So the
You
best
know,
of the weekend to all of you.
you too. There's a saying that goes around. It's called giver's gain.
All right.
The sheer magnitude of the amount of giving that I foresee many founders will gain tenfold what they're putting out. And
It's just,
that blessing will just exponentially move throughout the entire sphere of on passive, I believe in my heart. Billy, why don't you take us
right.
out this week?
Mhm.
What's your pride and joy that you want to wish for everybody else this week?
Well, health, wealth, and a prosperous life, helping others. I know that I looked at a video, and it was showing people in Africa. And it was this small area of people, and they lived on the water. The man said the water was about five feet deep. But they had their houses built on top of the water. And that was the most, I was just amazed at what they were going through. And that is something that I think that I want to try to help. It's you just don't take in for yourself.
Well, if they like the boat life so much, maybe we can get them a big yacht for them all to live on.
A yacht. I don't I don't know. I don't know, but that is something that I have
Maybe
met,
that could be something for the Millionaires Club
yes,
to
yes.
work on.
Oh, that was something that just, oh my goodness. I was so amazed at that. And but anyway, that's one of my goals.
Fantastic.
Yeah, one of my projects to try to help. And
Well, thanks everybody for taking the time to visit and hang out with us today. Um, until next time, this is Trevor Peters for on behalf of On Passive Power and also on behalf of Kevin Sanders, who is currently absent. We'll see you guys next week. Take care.
okay,
You bet. Okay,
bye.
take care.
Be blessed.